Why a TA job isn't going to help you get a production mining job. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video I want to talk about all the advice that gets put around about trying to get your foot into the door first and then worry about a production mining job later. A lot of people focus in on trying to get a TA's job and then transferring into a production mining job. And to be honest with you, I've been in the industry for a long time and I can count on one hand the number of people that I've seen do that successfully. It just doesn't happen. And the reason is that there's not a lot of transferable skills. If we come over to the sponsors page that they've done up about doing your research into the mining industry, you'll see a video down here on transferable skills. I go into it more about the reasons why there's no transferable skills. It's just because a shutdown job, a TA's job, is assisting a fitter, so a tradesperson in fixing something or making something or doing something like that, where a production mining job is about operating equipment and going and blowing the shit out of stuff. Two completely different areas, and there just isn't any transferable skills across. But people waste a lot of time and money trying to get themselves onto a mine site to start with, and then there's nowhere to go. And the other thing that they don't really consider is that when you look at where all the jobs are at the moment, and this is our mining atlas page where I've got all the hard rock mines around the country loaded up that are producing stuff for batteries, so this is where all the future jobs are. You'll see that on all these mine sites, very rarely, there'd be a handful of TAs. And that's it, because all the jobs are down the hole in the mine, if it's an underground mine, or in the pit, or in the workshop, or on the mill as a tradesman, or on the mill as a process operator. There's not a lot of TAs. It's not like when you're going into a shutdown job where they're everywhere, or you're going into a construction job when they're everywhere. When you're on an actual proper mine site that's just doing mining work, there are very few TAs, and they don't, they stay in the workshop. They don't go anywhere near the mine. So there's very few practical transferable skills. So my advice to anybody would be, if you want to jump in as a production operator in the mining industry, well, that's where you need to start. And hard rock underground, there's lots of spots. All the employers are having to hire new starters as nippers and truck drivers. You can use the sponsors training, Intro to Underground Mining DIY. It's got all the mining information in it that the employers want, and once you finish it, there's information to apply directly in the back of the training with one of the mid-tier resource companies that are taking people from the training all the time. And they also have this mining jobs to apply for page, and they list all the jobs on here daily that you should be applying for once you've done the training. And as you can see, there's jobs all around the country, and it's all pretty consistent, because unfortunately, if you go in green, so that means you don't know anything on day one with these hard rock underground mining jobs, then you got more than a 50% chance of being turned over. And that's one of the reasons that the training exists. The people that wrote it got sick of watching it happen, so they wanted to put something out there so people could learn what they needed to know before they go. And that allows you to get in. So if you're currently a TA and you're trying to get into a production mining job, then this is the way to go. Marry up your fly and fly out experience with knowing how the mine works. We've got helped a number of people get in that way. But like I said, if you're just trying to belt down the brick wall by using your TA experience only to get yourself a job, I've only ever seen a handful of people do it that way. And it wasn't their TA experience that got them the job. It was their natural born charisma that got them over the line. So I hope that information helps, and just be aware that if you want a production mining job from the start, then you really need to hunt one down right at the start, because with mining, you end up, whichever area of the industry that you go into, you end up getting pigeonholed in that area of the industry, unfortunately. Pretty much it happens to everybody. You just have to ask some of the utility workers that get around on Facebook that are trying to get a production mining job, that have been trying to jump over for years and can't do it. There's lots of them around. You can see it all over the place. It's easier to avoid all that and just to go for your production mining job right from the start. And like I said, if you type underground into Seek, you can see all the jobs come up. There's heaps of them all over the country. And if you do the training, you can jump onto the sponsors website here on their mining jobs to apply for page, which is in the courses column. And that, like I said, they load up all the jobs daily so you can apply for them directly. So I hope that information helps, and if you've got any more questions about getting into the mining industry, please send them through, and if you could like and subscribe to the channel and share the video around. Thanks.